Hello and welcome to the Prod Interviews. Today I have with me Advocate Rohit Jain. He is the author of Cybercrime and Laws, a cybercrime expert and a lawyer at Madhya Pradesh High Court. Rohit's research papers and articles on cybersecurity have been published in various reputed journals and books. He got the title of Gyan Putra in an event of United Lawyers Association Agra, and he received the prestigious Techno Legal Pioneers of India Award at Cybercrime Helpline Awards by Digital Task Force Service in Pune. Thank you, Rohit, for joining us and welcome to the Prod.
Thank you so much. Hello to all of you. Thank you so much for the Prod to connecting with me.
Okay, so first of all, tell me something about your book, Cybercrime and Laws. I mean, what is it exactly about? And why you decided to write the book in this genre?
Yeah. My book, Cybercrime and Laws, is an overview for securing cyberspace. My book relates to different latest cyber crimes and cyber laws in India. And because my interest to do in the write a book in this genre is basically that cybercrime are increasing rapidly in all the world. So I decided to write book on it for making secure awareness among the people.
Okay, then why should a common man who has no interest in law read your book?
As we all are using smartphones and internet in our daily life and in our daily use, and for everything, for every activity, we are dependent on internet or a smartphone. So my book is not only for people who are interested in law and other. People who are using internet, or people who are using smartphones can read my book, and also you get aware about all the cyber crimes and laws in India.
Okay, so recently there has been a boys' locker room controversy in which many boys aged between 15 to 18 were caught circulating nudes and toxic comments in an Instagram group. What are the cyber laws that can prevent such type of incidents from happening in the future, and what is your opinion on this matter?
According to Indian laws, it is a very serious offense committed by those boys. And according to section 13 and 14 of POCSO Act, it is punishable to use a child in a pornographic act, or according to the section 66, 67B and 66C of ITI, it directly deals with the cyber pornography with the use of children and child pornography, we can say that. So that these are the provisions are in our law which are directly deals with this offense. And according to my opinion, this is a very bad thing in our India. That means even a child between the age of 13 to 19 or between the 13 and 19 are doing that type of activities, and this is an alarming situation for our country or for our society. Or it also put a question mark on our education system, on our parenting system in India, or even any country. Like that a child of age between 13 and 19 doing like these activities. And to prevent such type of offense, making awareness among the people, making awareness among the children is very necessary. Or we should also improve our parenting system and should aware about the activities of children which are used by children who are using mobile and internet. Parents should aware about that, and parents should have their control over it. Basically, in this age also.
Okay, so you are saying that parents are also responsible in one way or the other.
Yes. Because there are various comments are passing on that, and there is the students are the students are studying in a school in reputed school of Delhi, or there should be a distance between parent and students or children, which to be need fill to prevent these crimes.
Okay. Let's move on to another topic. So we have seen a lot of debate on the data protection bill introduced by the ruling party. Now critics say that the bill can put the privacy of an individual in danger. How do you see this, and what is you and on which side are you standing on this particular issue?
According to me, data protection bill is very important for our country. We are moving towards virtual courts, we are moving towards virtual classrooms, we are moving towards digital India. So the data protection bill is very necessary for that, to make security, to make privacy, and it make a right on a personal data of a user. So and security of a data will be increased with this bill, and I am in directly favor with the data protection bill against all the criticism.
Okay. Okay. So there has been a lot of debate on the privacy issues related to the Arogya Setu app as well. So put some light on this topic.
Yes. Arogya Setu app is very important in this period of pandemic, because this is directly deal with the location of a person who are infected with the COVID-19 or coronavirus. So this is there are very issues because between the ruling party and opposition party, and some hackers are also said there is a various privacy issue in that. But the government of India and the NIC will ensure about that, and ensure that all the data is protected, and the data is only shared with the government of India. There should be no any issues with the data, and the data is also be disturbed after the particular period of time. So according to me, the Arogya Setu app is very necessary in this pandemic period. Or after issue is resolved, the coronavirus issue is resolved or solved, we can also uninstall it if we are seeing that there is a issue of a particular privacy and your particular location history is to be shared. So you can also uninstall after the coronavirus effect has been removed.
Okay.